Hey there, fans of brotherly love wrestling. It is I, Vic Delicious.
Philly's own, the Mecca here.
It is the real McCoy, J.D.X. Justin D. Xavier. And
it's your man, CD, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Hello, boys and girls. This is your old friend RJ City.
Hey there, brotherly love wrestling. Bill Carr here.
Hey everyone, this is two-time guest Wheeler Yuta.
Two bozos from Philadelphia flapping their gums about pro wrestling this, pro wrestling that.
Which is not that unique in the grand scheme of things yet.
You are in for a treat because you're tuned in to Brotherly Love Wrestling.
Philadelphia, are you ready?
No! They said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Brian Johnson, if you're wasting time being miserable, all this yada yada whatever, dude, matter of fact. Get matter of fact with it. If he's from Philly, it's just going to be point blank. There's a one-word answer. Okay. Cool, bro. Great.
So, you and him, he was in Ring of Honor multiple time wrestling for the Pure title and quite frankly, one of the best to wrestle for that Pure title.
Okay.
He was one of the best in the division by far. Anywhere he's gone, he is that guy. You know, why he's called the Mecca. On the 25th, how do you handle, obviously you don't know him. You haven't seen him a lot. Going into that unknown, how do you deal with a guy like Brian Johnson? Everything you heard.
Look, man, like my strategy's been the same for everybody, whether I'm in the ring with Brian Johnson, whether I'm in the ring with Brian Kendrick, whether I'm in the ring with Cedric Alexander or Braun Strowman. It's I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you. I happen to like mat wrestling. I happen to be very good at mat wrestling. Sometimes that happens. But at the end of the day, I have to pin you to beat you so I can make my living.
How are you going to feel if Brian Johnson pulls the step over on you?
I'd be amazed.
Really?
Because I'd be like, damn, this guy's good.
Okay.
I'd be amazed. And I don't know anything about this guy. So that would be a wonderful, wonderful surprise. You learn about odds and stuff doing teaching for so long, and you see like kind of like foresight. Like I can kind of see where things are going. The numbers don't really line up to me for him based on our track records. The fact that I haven't run into this guy before, that's like kind of a red flag to me. So I will be very pleasantly surprised if that happens. It'd be awesome.
Welcome everybody to Brotherly Love Wrestling. And on the show this week, we have a returning guest. In response to Mr. Drew Gulak, who I talked to 2 weeks ago, his opponent on April 25th in Northern Liberties for Labor of Love. He is cold, he's calculated, he is angry, he is the Mecca Brian Johnson. Brian, welcome back to the show.
Pleasure's all your boys. It's been a while since I haven't seen you guys. It sure is championship color. I see you're wearing a Wolfpack shirt, so you're the sloppy seconds of the NWO. Good to see that.
Doesn't disappoint, ever.
I mean, it's a fair point.
Yeah. So,
I'm going to argue it.
Leading into the show, after the intro, we played the clip of Drew Gulak talking about you and leading up to this April 25th, saying that he doesn't know what neighborhood you're from. He says he's been all around Philly, and over the 20 years, he's never run into you. What's your response to Drew Gulak saying that?
Listen, Drew, clearly all your time at the big leagues taught you how to properly promote a main event. Talking about how you didn't know who I was or where I came from or where I'm at. Drew, there's a reason for that. Because when I was making my name in Philadelphia, you were off in Florida, doing whatever it is you did down there. You went on to do things that I could only dream of, right? You're a champion. You'll go down in history books. You got your name in the history book. What every wrestler dreams of. But now you came back and you think this is your city. You're dead freaking home. You're no prodigal son returning. No, you're some jackass returning. you're about to get stepped over in 2 weeks. You might not know my name now, but when you're looking up at the lights in 2 weeks, you're going to know it for sure because the announcer's going to be screaming at the top of their freaking lungs that the winner of the match is the MECCA, the Mecca Brian Johnson.
Is this one of your biggest matches to date, or just another match?
So that's a good question, too. A couple of weeks ago, I was lucky enough to wrestle Nick Nemeth, who's former WWE World Champion, TNA World Champion, right? Arguably, he reached heights that maybe Drew hasn't, right? I'm not saying ill against either one of them. Just factually, Nick Nemeth has been higher heights than Drew Gulak, right? There's a wrestler, every time I promote the me and Gulak match, some other pro wrestlers messaging me about how excited they are for it. I guess Drew and I have similar styles. I know he doesn't know who I am. But our appreciation and love for the art of pro wrestling, I think is similar. And that's where people get excited about the style. I don't know if it's necessarily my biggest match, but if it truly becomes a fight for like whose city it is, then yeah, I'd say it's one of my biggest matches because this is my city. And I don't feel like I need to prove that to Drew. He went away. He's the one that moved to Florida. He left. I didn't. I stayed here my whole time. It's my city.
Well, and
I apologize for the noise in the background, boys. You know, I was sitting at home waiting for this interview, and I realized I got real pissed off that Drew wanted to go out and say he didn't know who I was. Like, as if the fact that I was making my name in small promotions was some sort of problem. You know, pro wrestling, you get told you stay someplace too long, it's a problem. And I definitely made that mistake. I stayed as a big fish in a small pond for a long time. But Drew, you went and swam with the biggest sharks there were. You got eaten a freak alive, spit out and sent back here like a little minnow. So don't come swimming around here with your bullshit that you don't know who I am or that you think this is you're going to take over. No, so I had to go out. I'm having a drink. I'll be completely honest. I'm sitting here socializing with the people of Philadelphia, my city, talking about how Drew Gulak, who? Yeah, they don't know him either. So when we end this fight in 2 weeks, there's one name everybody's going to know, and it's mine, Drew.
Well, I mean, for people in Philadelphia and fans of yourself and of Drew Gulak, this is a pretty big match for Philadelphia wrestling fans. People that have watched Ring of Honor, people that have watched WWE. I don't think there are two guys in the wrestling business today that represent the city of Philadelphia like you two do. So I think regardless of the back and forth of he doesn't know you or whose city it is, I think regardless, it's cool to see two guys who are from our city, repping our city and staying true to the Philadelphia heartbeat of wrestling.
Doesn't happen often.
And representing us the way that Philadelphia fans want to be represented.
Well, let me be clear. I'm not representing Philadelphia fans because most of them look like you two jackasses. And if that's the representation I'm in front of, that's a bad representation of myself. I don't want a bunch of nerds in Wolfpack t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? I want grown-ass men that can actually handle themselves and perform like real men, both in and out of a wrestling ring.
He started doing curls right before this, just so he tried to look bigger than me.
No, man, it's a good position at the wine bar, right? I'm a little dehydrated. The veins are popping. That's how that works. I'm not dumb. I play the game. No, but seriously, guys, like, you're right. This is a representation of two guys from the city of Philadelphia. One of the best pro wrestling cities in the world. And if I got to beat Drew Gulak to be the son of Philadelphia, great, no problem. I'm going to beat Drew Gulak. But I'm here for something way bigger than this city. I'm here to take over the wrestling world. And Drew's been places I want it to be. So he's got that over me. He's got clout. He's got notoriety. He's got WWE backing, right? So if I want to be in those places, I think I truly deserve it the way that I say I do, then I got to beat Drew Gulak. And I'm not coming in just spitting off bullshit. I'm coming to beat Drew Gulak in a fight inside of a 20 by 20 square foot ring. And he better be in for the fight of his life. If he thinks it's just some other indie where he's picking up a paycheck because he's on his WWE reserve 90 days, I'm going to whoop his ass and bury my boot in it.
Well, Brian, I do want to ask, considering we are, as of today on Tuesday, it is 4 days away from WrestleMania. And obviously, all of us grew up wrestling fans. Are you excited for WrestleMania? Are you going to be watching WrestleMania, going anywhere to see it?
course. That would be like asking Tom Brady if he's going to watch the Super Bowl. You're damn right I am. The superstars that are in WWE are some of the best athletes in the world, and that's where I want to be. So if I'm not sitting at home hungry, eating, digesting everything they're putting out, I'm never going to get there. I grew up a John Cena fan. I'll always be a John Cena fan, and I'm rooting for him to kick Cody Rhodes' ass. Most Cody Rhodes fans I find to be similar to Danhausen fans, and all of them make me want to vomit. They're much like white wine. They're a shitty taste for losers. As I sit here and drink a dark red, thank you very much. Danhausen, Cody Rhodes, all those other bozos. I'll happily see them fall to a real winner, a real man that stays true to himself like John Cena. That's the match I'm looking forward to.
All right. There's a suggestion. You and Drew squash it, and instead of fighting each other, you guys just beat up Taiwan Walker. That would be great.
Listen, Taiwan does need some ass whoopings, but there's a few guys on the 76ers, I think, that need to get their shit together before I go after Taiwan.
Starts at the top.
He sure does. That 7-footer needs to be chopped down, right?
Well, I think it goes above him.
Well, it seems like those boys are staying, right? Maury and Nurse are keeping their jobs. So that means the whole squad's coming back. We need to figure out a way to move Paul George's contract. It's going to be tough. And pray for some luck in the lottery. Now, as wrestling fans, we're usually unlucky because, well, most of you guys are losers. So hopefully you guys are
all the way full circle.
Yeah, hopefully none of you guys are rooting for the Sixers with that bad mojo. Because we need a real winner like myself, or Cooper Flag would look really nice wearing a red, white, and blue shirt. Wouldn't you think?
I would, not him.
I wouldn't.
He supports the team that's your color, you're wearing.
I support the actual world champion basketball team.
The Celtics, great. Are you from Boston?
I'm from Philly.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, look, the one thing you and Drew have in common is you both give me shit for being a Celtics fan because he made sure to do it on the show as well.
I'm just saying, like, you're about as soft as the Pacers.
What do you common entity?
So that makes sense.
No.
Look, I was raised on everything Irish. I was taught as a young kid. I'm a huge Notre Dame fan. I have a Notre Dame logo tattooed on my leg. It was the first basketball.
You're like the same Port Richmond losers that come to Galton Malt House and eat their Widowskis with their stupid Notre Dame tattoos.
Exactly. I'm from Northeast. I'm from up in like closer to suburbs. I'm not down there, so don't let me
believe that. Drew wanted to know what neighborhood I was from.
Yes.
Like I'm going to have you come knock for me at my house and talk to Mama and Papa Mecca. Shut up, Drew Gulak. Don't worry about what neighborhood I'm from. Dork. I grew up in Northeast Philly, right outside of Grant Academy. Then I went to Cambodia Town. I lived in Abington. I lived off Cheltenham Ave. That dude don't want to mess with me. Jackass, what town am I from? That pissed me off, I'll be honest.
I mean, look, I couldn't answer that question. He asked me it. He said, "Where is he from?"
Good. I don't want you to know where I live at. That's a good
exactly.
thing.
Well, and that was kind of like why would I know where a wrestler lives unless you tell me? Like I don't know. You'd have to ask you. Like we've never asked you that. That's not something that we really care to know.
We're in defense mode today.
It just shows me the preparation Drew's coming into this as. He looks at it as another indie. He looks at it as another run-of-the-mill match, which I get. He does these all the time, right? Every Friday, Saturday's booked for him because he has that clout. He has that notoriety. He's a former champion of the world. He's going to go down in history books. Drew Gulak will never be forgotten. That's period. Like, he's done stuff I wanted to do, so I can't knock him. But the fact that he's overlooking me, you've never made a bigger mistake in your entire freaking life, Drew.
I got a legit.
And trust me, he's made some big mistakes, hasn't he?
I believe that, but I do have how does it make you feel? Like, all bullshit aside, phenomenal talker. You're from Philly. You should be. How does it make you feel like when people? Because I believe this is the best part. The essence of wrestling is being able to talk people into a fucking seat. People that get the opportunity that can't do that. How does that make you feel?
I hope it comes from Philly because, like, you guys couldn't talk me into a seat, and you're both.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, but I'm not paying to see, so you're not paying to see me. So
fair. I think sometimes people underestimate the ability to talk people into a seat. Pro wrestling has become, in many ways, as advantageous to those of the acrobatic skill as it does maybe the physical skill. I feel like you can't argue contact. And when I make contact with my boot to your ass, there's no arguing about it. And that's where I look at it, the way I talk, the way I walk, the way I present myself. I'm straightforward. I'm authentic. In a business of a bunch of phonies, I'm the realest MF walking. That's why I can sit here at the bar talking to a bunch of local Philly guys and talk to you jackasses about Drew Gulak. At the same time, I could be in my house doing it with my dogs licking my feet. I could do it in a ring, whether there's a bunch of jackasses looking up to me, because I am who I am every day of the week, 24/7. I don't have to put on some mask. I don't have to put on some personality. This is how I am every day. So if you're telling me that it's cool, that I'm credible and authentic, great, thanks. Thanks for noticing, pal. But authenticity is what pays the bills right now in pro wrestling. And there ain't nobody more authentic than the Mecca.
Look, we can't argue, and we can't wait for April 25th. We have one weekend to go. It's a big wrestling weekend, like we said, WrestleMania 41. We hope you enjoy it.
I hope he's eating a red meat with that.
Yeah.
I'm a big ground beef fan, yeah.
There you go.
Am.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
All right, you gotta have some sort of red meat with that wine.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
I'm just looking out for you, man.
I was just drinking wine, thinking about Drew Gulak. It's very fitting because he'll probably whine a lot after I beat him.
Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah, right. A little easy serve up for somebody simple as you two.
So, April 25th, Labor of Love, Northern Liberties. We can't wait to see it. It's a match that we are.
Are you guys going to be there?
Yes. Oh, yes, 100%.
Maybe we won't.
Please make sure you do not say hi to me.
I mean, no promises.
Okay.
What if we bring a bottle of wine?
I wouldn't share a bottle of air with you two, let alone a bottle of wine.
Be really hard. I mean, is it easy to bottle air?
I mean, you
think about how easy it is to bottle
share the
air.
same air in the same room. I mean, we're going to be in the same room, so it's kind of. But I don't want to share that kind of air with wrestling fans either. So I kind of agree with you there. Can't argue.
The musky type air.
So Brian, we will let you go. We will let you calm down a little bit, have your wine, enjoy your meal, enjoy your wine.
That's how I got him to laugh. It was the fucking wine. It makes you all goofy.
No, I'm laughing at your stupid shirts. Like, really, you're gonna wear Wolfpack?
I mean,
imagine if Red Face Thing came out here right now and everybody just laughed at him. That's what you look like showing up. And who do you got over there? KO Mania? That ain't bad.
Thank you.
You think he's wrestling Saturday or Sunday?
No, I don't. I think his injury's legit, unfortunately.
The neck surgery?
I think he's the best liar in wrestling, and he's good at wrestling.
Look, I hope you're right.
Think he's gonna come out and beat Orton's ass?
You heard it here first.
I hope you're right. But either way, we will see you on April 20, or we will see you. We'll make sure you don't see us because obviously don't want to say hi.
Thank you.
I'm gonna wear safety yellow.
Safety yellow?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure he sees me.
Okay, that's good. But Brian, thank you so much. It was great talking to you. Thank you for the time.
Boys, I appreciate you. Sorry for the technical difficulties to start this crap.
No problem at all. And best of luck in the future. And we hope to hope everything goes well.
Hey, is this your last couple of podcasts together? You guys think you were wrapping up in April?
We're still toying with that. So we're still gonna be around for a little bit.
I thought things were changing a different way. I think that it's.
Hey, if we need to cut that line and you don't want that out there, we can go to a different ending. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I wasn't sure if that was supposed to. I didn't think about it. Well, if it is, you guys ain't the worst. You know?
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Take that for what it's worth.
Thank you. So thank you everybody for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Got a compliment out of it.
I don't.
Enjoy WrestleMania weekend to all the wrestling fans.
And tell me a story, April 25th from Philadelphia.
Thanks everybody. We hope you enjoyed. Don't take anything from anybody. See you later.